Finish the rest of this. Man, oh man. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? If you watching the replay, I got a good plan for you guys. I'm in the crib today. It's a gloomy day. Guess it's a little too bright. It's a little rainy. Printed yesterday, and then I got some job lined up for Monday. And we getting thing rolling here. But I wanted to jump on today and talk to you guys. So I'm gonna be doing this mixture. I figured out the content plan. But we go for you guys, of course, if you watch replay, like I said. Oh, before we go too deep, if you're watching right now, let me know where you're watching from. I think that's important. You know what I mean? And know where we at with it, know what's going on and stuff like that. So today, seen in the comments, or in the title rather, today we're going to talk about one of the main reasons that your business is struggling, right? One of the main reasons that your business is struggling. And simply put, it's because you can't be everything to everybody. Can't be everything to everybody. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Ultimately, I think today is not really inspired by, I guess it kind of is, actually. So one of the onboarding calls that we had is literally like, the problem is marketing. And it comes down to is like, you guys know how to make all of this stuff, but you don't. So I've been onboarding people into the six-figure printer blueprint, which is where we organize hustles, put everything together, analyze the business. We just get everything in order for us to achieve our financial goal. And right, like I put a number on it, which is six figures. But you know, those goals are the things that help you get there. And so if you want to kind of see if that's a good fit for you, go down below in the description and you will see the six-figure blueprint. Click on it, read over the page. If it makes sense, you think it sounds like what you want, or you need to be a part of, or what you need to go accomplish, the things you need to do, and over them as well, go down there, click it, book a call with the team, and then see if it's a good fit for you. We are bringing on a few more people before we shut it down, because you know I'm on results, so I want to make sure that whatever we're doing, we're able to get results and be hands on hand with people. All right. We talk about being get not you. You might have already covered. What do you think about tariffs now, or what to do with clothing? I did make a video on that, so you can actually watch a dedicated video on that. But I was actually in a print shop yesterday with the fella, and I wanted to do something. So let me answer that real quick, because even Samar has actually issued a new email from even what I referenced in there, saying they were going to change the prices and something else. But in all honesty, man, you're going to pay extra on your hard costs. So let's say you have a 25% extra cost on something that cost you $5. So of $5, 10% of $5 is 50 cents. That's 50 cents twice. And then half of that is a quarter, right? So you got $1.25 that's going to cost you extra. You are the people who are going to be affected mainly are the people who are competing on the lowest price possible, because they're going to lose their low margin. In this instance, they're going to lose $1.25 on the item. And let me just double check my math here. I said something that's $5, and you're going to get a 1.25 increase. You're going to lose out on $1.25. Like I said, just check the math right quick. And the thing about when you're losing out on that is, like, if you have low margins already, yes, you're going to be affected. You're going to have to raise your price immediately. But if you're one of those premium price brands, like one of the brands that I got to eat from is called Original Favorite, super premium, AS Color-esque, the best fleece in America. comes from this company, not in America. I said in America, but they stood fast on that. They're going to hold their prices. And the reason they can do that is because they're not working on the slimmest margin possible. If you go and take the time after this call to look at the Arizona tea story and why Arizona teas are still $1 or 99 cents, however you want to put it, they are the same price. However, there are shops in places and businesses that are charging $1.25, but that's the store's choice. It's not Arizona Teas. And what the Arizona Tea said is basically that, listen, we vertically integrated from top to bottom, which means we are truly in control of our entire production. And with him being in control, he said, you know what? At a time people are struggling due to inflation, due to X, Y, and Z, we've made a ton of money off the people who purchase our stuff. Let's not hit them with a little bit more today. Let's not hit them with a tap on this today, right? So he's holding out. He's basically saying he's going to take less profit. And so if you've done what I said the last year, if you fixed your pricing and different things like that, charging a premium, you're not hit. But even in that instance, if all you have to do is charge the inflation rate, right? How much did these tariffs cost us? Okay, they cost me $1.25. If you raise your price $1.25 and your customer blinks, that means you're dealing with the worst possible customer that you could ever deal with. The cheapest person possible, which means you're probably the person charging $5 a shirt for 100 shirts. Because you charge $500 for 100 shirts, you're making $500, but you're losing out on cost. When I talk about making $5 a shirt, I'm talking about making $5 in profit per shirt. And it is strategically placed on top of the cost at the highest rate that I could possibly charge. So in essence, yo, man, oh man, everybody's like, let's take the iPhone for example. Oh man, the iPhone's gonna be $2,600. No, it's not. Whatever it costs them to make and to bring into America, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is my understanding. I'm not going with the hype, like focused and just it's not on the retail price of the good. It's on the cost of the good. Which means if something costs me $1, and let's say they tariffed it, China 100%, it cost me $1, I sell it for 10, right? It cost me $1, I sell it for 10, and that's in worst case, that's the offer, right? If they tariff me $1, 100%, 100, which means it's going 200, it's going to cost me $2. That does not mean that I have to go out and charge double what the retail is, which would be going up to 200, or I'm sorry, going up to 20. 200% is taking it up to $20. That does not mean that's what to do. I can accept the same $9 margin by raising my price by $1. Now, this is the simplest. Maybe I got to go up and raise it by one just to plan for maybe a little bit more play. Now it's up to 134 cents, whatever the case is, percent. And then tomorrow, because China just responded back, now it's going to be up to 200%. So you do need to calculate for that craziness. But if you're priced at a premium, you can say, you know what, I'm going to raise the price 150, and even if it goes up a little more, if it goes up to this threshold, then maybe I'll readjust. But if it just goes up, I raised it 150. If it goes up to 200, then, okay, then maybe I'll look at let's say 3, I'll look at adjusting it again. If it gets to 300, right? And the logic behind it, I get it, but at the same time, this is how I will operate. And I think they're doing that. Oh man, they're going to charge double the price to get it. Well, yeah, that's true, which means that doesn't mean the retailer has to charge double the price to sell it to you to make the same margin. You get what I mean? And so considering that it's like they're hyper making everything hypersensitive just for the news and stuff like that, just to fearmonger people, in my opinion. At the end of the day, there ain't shit we can do about it. At the end of the day, it's nothing we can do about it. But continue to go on about our business. Now, what you should do is you need to make sure that your pricing formula is correct. Because if your pricing formula is correct, or to a degree that you're comfortable with your profits, you can input these changes and you cannot really have to worry. This is my price. And when you're confident in your price, you will not care if your customer says, "Hey, I cannot do that. I need you to charge $2.50 more or less," because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I know I need to hit these numbers in order for my business to be successful. If I've been to your every beck and request, why wouldn't I just give you the shirts for free? Which means I'm choosing you and how you feel and you being comfortable over the health of business, myself, and ultimately my life and family, right? So this is why, man, we must be comfortable in your prices. The truth is, you're never going to be set in your price. The biggest shops are always in the middle of negotiations and formulas of how fast they can produce 100,000, 20,000 shirts based on their equipment that they have. What's the margin? Is it worth it? All of this stuff is going to continue to happen no matter how far. So when you get introduced to a problem, you're eventually going to find yourself a new problem. But if you place yourself on the premium side, it's a lot less stressful because the margins are there versus being the cheapest person. And the way to make the margin when you're the cheapest person is by doing the volume. The stress and the headache comes from the volume. There will be many of taking advantage, but I don't even look at it. Stevie Steve, I agree with you. And Stevie Steve says there will be many that will take advantage of the customers that don't have the knowledge and understanding. Listen to what I'm saying to you. That is true, but it's also not true. Because at the end of the day, the market is going to decide if it is willing to pay the price for your product. If you look at and this is like the wildest or it's the most cliche thing, but if you look at luxury brands that are charging thousands or 600 or 500 for a t-shirt, you or Kanye West taking a guild and putting a name on, putting something on it because name is on it and charging 250, the market is going to decide what they want to do. If they're willing to pay that. And that's, at the end of the day, that's the market rate. That's the market value. Have you created something that people are willing to pay for? And how do you do that with your business? How do you command, when at the day, all you're selling is a t-shirt, how do you command a premium price? That's where brand and presentation come in. That's where your expertise comes in. That's where the nuances of what you do come in. I can tell you, I've been the highest priced person in my area. Now, I do as much business as I kind of want to do or can do based on what I'm doing, right? Me spending time with you guys and traveling, it definitely takes away from the time and the hours. But at the end of the day, I have customers that are repeat. I have people that continue to come back to me. And pretty much as I can do by myself. I can spend more time in the shop. It's going to take me away from doing YouTube and doing coaching and all of that kind of stuff to help other people get to six figures. Right? If I can get there so easy and this person can get there so easy, it is more so that we're focused on our own things. This conversation in question, it leads to the ultimate thing of, one, how do you get your pricing together that you're making money? And two, how do you get yourself in position that you can market? And I'm able to take this conversation and spin it back to you guys to the topic of this video is if you want to be of a premium ilk, if you want to charge for premium services, you want to carve out a market and not wonder where your next order is going to come from, then what you need to do today, what you need to do right now is you need to fix yourself in a way that you're positioned properly, and you can't position yourself properly with anything or anybody if you do not take the time to limit what you do it well, and package it up, and understand that this is profitable for you, and deliver in front of people who can use that service. The way that you turn your t-shirt from a product into a service is you position it, you package it up, and you position it in front of people who are willing to pay a premium. Depending on the market, is going to depend on your positioning of your packaging. Your packaging comes from you. The thing that makes you different from my business, different to that business, is your experiences, your cons, your market, where you fit in at. What room you can go into and have a conversation. Who you know, who you can make happy today that's going to refer you to the next person. If you want to grow a business, of course, all this internet marketing, all of that stuff, it needs to be had. You need to take part in it. But the largest shops that it's all about a contact. It's all about a relationship. It's all about a connection that has brought you together with somebody else and responsible for fulfilling their needs on what they need with their t-shirt. You can't be everything to everybody. Because if you're focused on what you can physically make, how much time you can physically put into how much shirt you can just produce, or what style, or hey, can I make a mug, or can I make a sticker, and can I screen print this, and can I embroider that, and I can there's a set of services that you got to figure out for yourself. But I guarantee it, and this isn't to go deep into anything here. I'm gonna actually fold this in half. This is from one of the people that I onboarded, right? This is their list of customers. This is how much each customer spent with them. This is the stuff that I talk about inside of the perfect marketing plan. All right, the perfect print shop marketing plan. I linked it up in the description below. It's an ebook. It is literally what I'm telling you right now, what I'm talking about, but in more detail. You can't be everything to everybody. So you need to figure out, well, based on the data, who is it? What types of businesses are good for you? The businesses, the people that you got connections to aren't going to be the same as mine. Mine changed based on what I'm doing. I'm coaching football. It's nothing for me to get a sports team. It still is really easy for me, but when I'm feet down into the market and I was doing all this stuff, it was super easy for me to find a customer base of sports teams. If I want a customer base of sports teams today, I need to lean into who I know that's currently coaching. I play sports. My teammates that I play with are now coaches coaching. So if I want to get after that market, I need to look at the opportunities that I have in front of me. And it's going to always start with who you know. But when I say you can't be everything to everybody, it's like, well, does a football team need a goddamn sublimated mug? Is that something that they need? That's something that they're going to buy? Yeah, probably not, right? Probably not. So this is what I'm saying, where it's like, some of y'all got lasers, some of y'all got embroidery machines, y'all got DIY screen print kits, some of y'all got sublimation printers, some of y'all got large flatbed printers, and some of y'all got so much stuff that you're a jack of all trades and a master of none. However, a jack of all trades is still better than a master of one. Because although you haven't quite figured it out, you've gotten all the stuff. You've put the time in. You've done some good work. You know how to make a plethora of different items. But now let's start okay, let's put some data in front of us. Let's take a look at based on what we're doing, what's actually selling, because the time is going to be a factor. I'm going to drop a dedicated video here in the next couple of days on time. The editor is sick, so he's at the hospital right now. But when he gets back, he package it up. I'm going to put that out for you guys. But I wanted you guys to understand in retrospect, and I hope this is all making sense to you guys. All this, like the tariff, all of this stuff, like, you guys need to take the time to get a grasp, to put a vision, to set goals, to create a plan on where you want to go inside of your business. You gotta get nerdy. From one nerd to another nerd, and if you're not a nerd, you need to be more like us nerds. You need to get nerdy about your business. You need to start looking at numbers. It doesn't matter what size the business is, right? Like right here, you're looking at a marketing budget for a company doing out 1.5 million in revenue, and the marketing budget associated with that. And at the end of the day, the problem is always going to come back to, what's your differentiating factor, and who does it matter to? Because whoever you're trying to get to patronize you, or to come see you, or to whatever, is all going to be very, very much so dedicated and predicated upon how you position yourself. I paid Terrace. A lot is going on. He's right about being a nerd, because people really think there are other countries pay tariffs and duties and taxes and shipping. We pay that. Nah, shout out to my guy Carl from Straight Out of Content. I'm about to say Straight Out of Printing. Yeah, man, it's all of this stuff is honestly good. And if you look at the bad and everything, you're gonna find the bad. But if you look at this as an opportunity for you, or an opportunity or a reason for you to want to do better in your business because other parts of your life is unsure, this could be a great supplement to whatever else is going on. But we all have to step back, step away, take a look, and put ourselves in position to be successful. But you got to first define what success is. You got to first define, you know what I mean? And I think I said this before. I was on the phone with a buddy, and he had got like a $300 commission or something from something. And he like, it's just a little $300. I'm like, bro, you tripping. Like, don't, just because you feel like you in a room with a big dog and this is your first $100 off of like this thing that you worked on, or, this your first sale. Like, don't shy away from your accomplishments. You better celebrate the success that you're having. And so if, you made $30,000 next year, you first must acknowledge and celebrate that success for you. I'm not 30,000 is not a good thing. But just because you might be in a room with somebody that you may deem to be a big dog, or someone who's further along, or you sitting in a room with a millionaire, hey, listen, they were once where you were. I'm like, boy, you better celebrate that. I remember when it felt good to get a $30 commission, or have a $100 day. You tripping. Because what are you working for? If you don't acknowledge the prize of your work, and it may not be where you want to be, but shit, you may have a goal of 100 and end up with 90. And if you look at like, I'm going to go, it's not good, man. Damn, I missed my goal, man. Listen, you 90% of the way there, and somebody else is sitting in front of the computer. Oh, man, let me see what Stan just unboxed. Oh, man, why isn't Stan unboxing any more equipment? Or what do you think about this? Because, so based on where you are, it's perspective. It's perspective. So if you need help with marketing, if you want the big marketing plan, If you want this guy, we sat here and we did this work. He just signed up for the program for the six-figure blueprint. He just signed up. We had the onboarding call, and I talked to him. We did some data and stuff like that. He's like, "Yo, this is amazing. The way we thinking about this right here." He's like, "I didn't even consider this way," and he has ability to produce so much more. Dude got an auto in storage. He got an automatic screen printing press in storage. Can produce everything. He printing jobs that I probably wouldn't even want to print. I wouldn't even want to print. So he's like, man, this is crazy. So now we start to line things up and then we start to execute it. It's so many things that we got to do. And the difference between you and the biggest shop is that they go deeper and deeper into the details. And the way you get deeper into the details is to have data to go deeper and deeper into the details and things in order. The beauty about working with someone and being around people doing it is you can start to get ahead of some of the things so you can have it in place. Now you can just run a smooth operation. You can just run a smooth operation. You know, the advice I gave my guy, and I give it to you guys, is like, listen, pile all your work up. Don't go sit in the shop. Like, I get it. If you got a deadline, you got to do what you got to do, but print 2 days a week. You're only going to produce 2 days a week. And the other 5 days, I would say 3, the other 5 days of the week, you selling. You focused on sitting down and locking in. Fill up those 2 days. Okay, cool. And then fill up another day. And then fill up another day. So if you need the marketing plan, it's down in the description. Great read. It'll take you. You should be able to be finished. You should read it in like an hour. You spend another 3 hours. You really sit down and you do some of the information and you put your numbers in. You do some of those things. It'll open up a completely different business plan for you. And that's just part of the steps. If you need help with pricing, I don't think the pricing is on this video. You can't even really just go click around. So you got to be on the right video at the right time to find the right link. The next thing is your pricing. Like, if you worried about tariffs and how it's going to affect your business, you know, you got to just make sure that you understand the math behind your numbers. I don't care if you use my numbers or somebody else's numbers or what it is. You need to understand the math behind it. The truth is, based on my pricing, I don't even have to adjust my pricing based on the tariffs happening right now today. I can sit. Why? Because I got comfortable enough gap inside of my numbers that it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to make a difference. Now, there is a threshold to where, I'm going to have to take a look at that. But even on those, the volume will say it's not that big of a deal. But the way that you get there, the way that you do this, is you have to have an understanding. You got to know what you're doing. You got to take the time to do it. So many of us have stolen a price and just ran with it verbatim. And that's the reason why we don't know if we making money. Because if some changes happen, you waiting to figure out if you can get that price you get from somebody to see if they made an adjustment. It's people around this industry that I hope by now they change their pricing. But before 2020, it's people around this industry that hadn't changed their prices for 30 years. For 30 years. And I'm not exaggerating. If you've been around or you know somebody or somebody on here has been around for a while, you know exactly who I'm talking about. You can think of one. My mentor's mentor did not change his price for 30 years. My mentor didn't change his price for about 15. I come in with fresh and new. Nah, I won't gotta do it. We can do it this way. And so These are the things that I think are important, and that's all I'm gonna be talking about, bro. Like, I got a Cameo 5 downstairs in the box. You know, I'm about to order a new heat press. Pretty much here. I gotta get another one. My partner need one too. But it's like, unbox it, sure. It'll get me some affiliate sales. It'll get me some clicks like that. You know, maybe I will. But I can tell you that Cameo been sitting down there forever. That Cameo been sitting down there forever. These are the conversations that need to happen. And unfortunately, these conversations don't come with a lot of views. I had to tell my homegirl that the other day. These conversations aren't going to come with a lot of views. And I'm all right with that. I never was here for that. I'm here to make sure you guys make money. A lot of you guys have trusted me to get the equipment. A lot of you guys have trusted me to get started in your business. A lot of guys have trusted me on my reviews and all of these products and different things like that. Now I want you guys to trust me to know that I'm going to make sure you get to the bag. I'm going to make sure you get to the bag. I spent last year telling y'all needed clarity. The people who listened to what I said free of goddamn charge or pay what you want showed up in class. They got better businesses today. They got better businesses today. Somebody added $100,000 in revenue in their business in 1 year, working on it in progress. What's the difference between you and them? What's the difference between you and them? And this YouTube and all of this content creation stuff is cool. It's great. But the context is missing. The context is missing. The middle of this industry is shrinking. It's getting higher and lower. It's shrinking in the middle. And most of us fall in the middle. We want to have successful businesses. We want to hit 6 figures. We want to quit our jobs. You got to go put yourself around the right information. It's not coming to you. And I can guarantee it, it's not happening on YouTube for you. Even as much information and game as I give out to you guys, some of us just need to be held accountable. Some of us need to just be in real situations with people who are doing it, be around the success, be around the wins. Some of us just need to get right. So if you need help, shoot me a DM if you need something with the pricing. If you need the pricing, I'll DM me on Instagram, T-shirt Silencer. I'll shoot you the link for it. Like I said, the marketing book is down below. And what else? If you want to check out the Blueprint program, you want to see what it's about, you want to book a call with the team, that's down there in the description as well. Man, listen, from start, don't measure me by nothing but the impact. My goal moving forward is to get 1,000 of you guys to making 6 figures in your print shop. That's phase 1. The second phase of this entire thing is to get you guys 6-figure living. It's a difference between making 6 figures in business and living off of 6 figures. There's a difference between making 6 figures in your business and living off of 6 figures. There's a big difference. So first we got to get the 6 figures in the business. That's our tool. Then we need to figure out how we can keep in our pockets and profit. Then the world will unlock for you. That's baby steps. I don't want to say it's a small goal. It's a large goal. It's a task. But it's worth the reward. 6 figures in the business is a milestone. We want to architect our life. I can't architect it for you. But I can tell you what, 6-figure living. You got 6 figures, you got 10K, you got 8K coming into your pocket every month, and you ain't working too crazy, and you thinking and you getting paid to think. People think they can pay to think as content creators and marketing consultants. But you can get paid to think in your own business. You don't have to own a job. You don't have to quit your work to go work for yourself. Because I can tell you what, it's a lot more stressful working for yourself, especially when you don't got some of the things in place to help you get there. Especially when there ain't no real consistency in it. When you hit a 10K month and the next month you at 2K. But those are things that you can plan yourself through. And it takes time. It takes time. But it's better if you get a strategy. It's better if you got a plan. It's better if you know what the things look like. It's better if you know somebody who's done it. It's better when you're around people doing it. Business is better when you're around business people. It don't even got to be print shop owners. When you in a group of people and somebody just close a deal for 30 grand, 60 grand, you like, dang, I wish I could do that. Like, all right, cool. What you do? Oh, that's cool. I skill set to do that. But I can look at the business and use that as motivation. Or you could be in a conversation and have, I had a conversation with a realtor lady. She actually made goods for realtors. And I'm like, yo, you got to go to I told her to go to a subscription model where she does. I told her to go to a subscription model with what she does. Because she had went crazy during the pandemic giving realtors these keys, acrylic and keys and all that stuff that you go take a picture with. I'm like, God damn, well, how many did you sell? And she sold a shit ton. But eventually, when you bring something new to a market, you run out of people to sell it to. Other people start making it. Whatever they say. So now what? And we talked about her business. I'm just like, so how many times do they buy it? They only buy it once? It don't make, you can't keep growing if somebody doesn't have a reason to come back. You got to keep finding new customers. Like, dang, can we make them disposable? Well, her thing is, so they're not disposable. Like, if I think about it, if I was selling yard signs that look like keys and that was the thing, eventually they put them in their car enough they're going to need a new one. That thing looking kind of right? But these things are made so well they only need one. Well, then she's like, do these little gift packages for when people buy their homes first. Okay, cool. Let me look at that. What's that going on? Well, who buys that? The person or the realtor? The realtor buys it. Oh, well, light bulb. What if you just put them on a subscription? And you could do that for every realtor. You could do that for the entire company. All you got to do is know how many houses they're selling a month. And you can just, hey, every month I'm going to be bringing you this many. I'll bring you 5 a week. You get 5 a week and the numbers go up. You get around these goddamn, I'm telling y'all got to get around these ideas. You got to get around these ideas because those are the things, that little slither of insight or idea to take what you do well and to broaden it out or take your skill set and put it in front of the right people. That's the key. Your aunt, your mom, your son, your brother, your cousin, the dude you met on the airplane. You one conversation away from a connection that you could be doing all of these chains of restaurants. And that could be your thing. Oh, you want to go with the glory and get high color count print? Like, hey, clothing brand print, I totally understand. I can help clothing brands, but, at the end of the day, that's pure work ethic. This shit I'm talking about right here, you ain't got no camera for. You don't have to have an internet personality for. The biggest shops have the worst social media. The biggest owners have no social media. They got Facebook with 236 friends. What's my man name from owner or the CEO of Instagram? I just was watching for him. Let's take a look at his page. Now, this is somebody who's going to have a ton of followers because of his position, but See if he comes up. Dang, I just saw something from him. I'm gonna give y'all a small tail. Adam, that's what it is. I'm gonna give you a small detail. He got 3 million followers, right? He follows 1,666 people. Now, he's in position to have as many followers that he has because he's the CEO of Instagram, clearly on Instagram platform. But he only follows 1,688 people. So his real network might be more around the 1,000, the 800s, the whatever. My personal page, I follow about the same number of people that he follows. My personal Instagram page has 1,850 people on it. No reference to what I built on T-shirt side hustle. But if I go on my personal Instagram page and I'm posting some of the stuff, my T-shirt sales comes off of this page. My T-shirt sales comes off of me posting on my personal page, right? We go to my business page. Now, this business page has been around for years, okay? It's changed over time based on my company name. It has 835 people on this personal Instagram page. I don't use it that much. But my 2 selling mechanisms are those 2. I just last year maybe went live on my Instagram page maybe 3 times. Sales came every last time I was on there. So if these are the things that I want in my business, I just need to do more of it. I just need to do more of it. And y'all getting the game around for free. Shout out for y'all for hanging out with me. We've been live for 45 minutes. We've been live for 45 minutes. What y'all got, man? Y'all got any questions? I appreciate y'all. My man Carl for adding to the conversation. Infinite blessings. I appreciate you too, fam. Reggie, what up? I'm done for the day. If y'all got anything else in a comment or ask, I'm here. Glad to answer the tariff talk from earlier. That was pretty got me juiced up a little bit. We are about I tried to get these. Oh, that's what I was trying to do. Let me see if I can get this app open. I couldn't get it open. I need. Terra Talk. What? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis? Applications. What you talking, Willis? Yeah, I ain't got nothing from you. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna see what Alex is talking about, but I ain't gonna hang out here if y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all don't need no help. Y'all got it all figured out. Feel good about it. Why can't I find applications? Here we go. You just said Terra Talk. You had tariff talk. Nothing can stop me. I'm on the way up. Why my numbers app not working? Use password. Now I need to go to the App Store, see if I can re-download it. Hey, make sure y'all got a couple things to do today. What's on your to-do list today? My to-do list is I gotta send a couple invoices out, collect payment on them. On the other side of my to-do list is I want to get the welcome emails out for the t-shirt side hustle email. I want to put that together so that people get that automated when they first sign up for the email list. And then last but not least, uh I don't know. I think those are the last two things I got. I got some stuff done. I'm trying to do this now is get into my guys' numbers so that we can formalize some things. But I gotta figure out why program not working. Is this by Apple or is this by something else? This gotta be it. Yes, Apple. Let's see what happens. Thank you for everything. Check out your stuff in the description. I'm talking with your team in a couple of days. Alex, if you get in, we ain't doing no clothing brand stuff. I'll give you some clothing brand advice, but we ain't doing no clothing brand stuff. Oh, this is why it ain't working. What up, man? What up? What in the world? You tell me I don't know my password. Did I change my iCloud? My iTunes? I don't think I did. Ooh. Ooh. You skip the shrimp. All right, y'all. Y'all ain't had nothing else. The chef has returned with my food. So we having the hood ramen noodles today. Gourmet. It's the hood gourmet right here. Super fancy. I'm out of here. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Oh man, you might have just hit me. Quick question. If I just want to build off of having a heat press in my graphic design experience, would this plan help me network and build? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It don't matter what you have. If you got graphic design skills, you really gonna have a leg up. But if you don't even gotta know how to design, it's all in place. I don't even do much design anymore, honestly. More so than separating or positioning one color on a film sheet. I don't really do much graphic design myself. Not that I can't. I will. I actually got a project coming up now I'm trying to get my inspiration for. But now I just direct the team to get it done. Because it's cheaper, faster. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, for sure. Down there, six-figure blueprint, six-figure printer blueprint. Down there, you can read all about it, and book a call with the team. And it don't cost you nothing to book a call with the team, and they'll talk to you and see if it's a good fit for you. See where you are in your business, what you're trying to do. If it don't align with what you're trying to do, no harm, no foul. Stay on the email. So I'm still gonna give you some great content. But we can really get into the details of your business and your stuff. If you do things, if we do things on a one-on-one basis and in our small group setting as well. So I got this program so I can get in my guy Tim's numbers a little bit more. But we get to a good start. So, all right, yo, I'm about to eat. And then I'll catch you guys later. I might do this daily. Give y'all some old school ass thing the man, give you a motivational talk, cause I be in here talking to myself. If y'all don't know, for real. Don't be over there 9 years. All right, y'all. Peace.